Members of the Interreligious Forum for Justice and Peace Cameroon have discussed ways to further expand peace initiatives and strengthen cooperation across the nation. This was during a meeting that held today in Buea. Also, the Divine Mercy Kwasi Parish in Kongle in Manfe has been raised to a full-fledged parish by the Bishop of Manfe, Monsignor Aloysius Abangolo Fangdong. This took place over the weekend. And MTN Cameroon is the new main sponsor of the Mount Cameroon Race of Hope. This was revealed today during a press conference ahead of the race here in Buea. Good evening and thanks for keeping the rendezvous with us here over the Divine Mercy Radio Television for our Divine Mercy Prime. These stories and more will be just in just a moment. The people of Ikata has been encouraged not to be overburdened by their problems, but to rely on God, who will always bring solutions to their problem, and trust in Him for bringing life solutions through their turbulence. This was the main message from the proper teacher, Bishop Michael Bibi's homily during Mass at St. James Parish, Ikata, within the context of the pastoral visit to the parish. The Bishop of Buea also re-echoed the message of peace in this hardly hit crisis locality, a situation that has greatly ameliorated over the years, giving the people hope for the future. The chairperson of the Pastoral Council of Ikata Parish expressed words of appreciation to the chief shepherd while highlighting a number of challenges faced by the people here, amongst which is the shortage of potable water and electricity. The parish priest, Reverend Father Emmanuel Etongwe, also expressed words of gratitude to Bishop Bibi for his love and support to the people of Ikata, while reiterating the basic needs of the Christians here. The Ikata Bike Riders Union turned out massively to show love and support to the chief shepherd during this pastoral visit, presenting him a token to help ease his pastoral duties. The event wrapped off with traditional dances, Bible recitation, ballet, and merrymaking, just to name but these. Let's now listen to an excerpt of the parish priests of Ikata and the former president of the Ikata Bike Riders as they give their appraisals of today's pastoral visit.
I am very, very happy to receive the bishop on this very occasion of his 7th pastoral visit. In fact, the bishop's coming here every day is always heightened by lots of emotions. And I myself, for one, being the parish priest and for the most part receiving the bishop for the second time, I think it's a great honor for me, because comparing the last year that I received the bishop, there are lots of changes and transformations that have taken place spiritually in the parish, pastorally wise in the parish, intellectually wise at the level of the school, and developmental wise at the level of the church premise. And the presence of the bishop here is so captivating and consoling in that. Captivating in the sense that he is a center of attraction. He is the Christ-like figure in the midst of his people. That is why his coming is always received as comparatively as Jesus entered Jerusalem. And that has always been the case, and we hope that it will always be the case.
We are very much grateful for the opportunity being given to us to speak out our feelings on how we see the coming of the bishop in Ikata village. So we are indeed overwhelmed based on the fact that each time the bishop is coming here, it is indeed a very big pleasure for us to see a man of God of that standard to visit us all here. And from what we have handed or share with him, the Lord Bishop, it is our pleasure handing over what we have for him. Actually, he has been doing much for us, most especially the bike riders and the community at large. So we say we can never give him enough. We just give out from what we have to appreciate the good work he has been doing for us.
We'll bring to you details of this story and more in our newscast tomorrow. Now, members of the Inter-Religious Forum for Justice and Peace Cameroon today gathered at the Bishops' Conference Room in Small Support to discuss issues pertaining to peace and justice in the country. In their maiden meeting that was chaired by the Chancellor of the Diocese of Aboya, Reverend Father Michael Mboui, these members discussed ways of expanding peace initiatives and strengthening their cooperation across the nation. Nadesh Nechongme attended this meeting and puts together this report.
In a bid to foster justice and peace in Cameroon amidst ongoing crises in some regions, members of the Inter-Religious Forum for Justice and Peace Cameroon met at the Bishops' Conference Room to strengthen their partnership with the Diocese of Boya and explore collaborations with other churches to train a greater number of peace engagers within religious organizations.
Justice and Peace Department, the Diocese of Boya and the Kali Church has been a very strong source of inspiration and hope for so many people who are suffering. In the Diocese of Boya, for example, the Justice and Peace has been very, very much engaged in working with prisoners and people who are suffering all kinds of ills in the society, working with families and groups. And so this particular partnership we're having with the Inter-Religious Forum is to help to strengthen what we've been doing already and to see how we can be able to partner with other churches. So it's a hope that through this partnership we'll be able to ensure that justice and peace prevails in our environment, especially with the crisis that we're having and so many people suffering from injustice and also the crisis.
During the meeting, the members engaged in a meaningful deliberations focusing on their action plan for 2025. They also discussed the budget, which is designed to facilitate the training of peace advocates in various religious institutions.
We have discussed about the action plan for 2025 and also discussed about the budget. We are aiming to train as many peace engagers in our religious organizations. First, to engage in peace challenges in our congregations and also in our community. We are hopeful that we will have these peace engagers beginning in Boya and Bamenda, and why not in every towns and cities in Cameroon.
Some members expressed their satisfaction with the discussions, which was chaired by the Chancellor of the Diocese of Boya, who assured them that the information would be relayed to the Bishop of Boya.
Very, very satisfied because we met a Board of Governors member. Even though the Bishop was not, the Chancellor was with us and he has assured us that he is going to carry this information to the Bishop. And the information and the discussion in the meeting was very lively, very understanding, and the questions he asked were answered satisfactorily.
The meeting was successful and more insight was given on the aim of what the Justice and Peace Religious Forum is all about.
As the members departed from the Bishops' Conference Room, their next steps will involve meeting with other Board of Governors like the Imam of Boya, who represents the Southwest region, and the Superintendent of the Full Gospel Church in Yaoundé.
We move over to the Diocese of Manfé, where the Divine Mercy Kwasi Parish in Kongle has been raised to a full-fledged parish by the Bishop of Manfé, Bishop Aloysius Abangalo Fondong. This took place over the weekend. As a reporter from Manfé, Caris Okon tells us.
Bishop of Manfé Diocese, His Lordship Aloysius Abangalo Fondong, has canonically erected the Divine Mercy Kwasi Parish in Kongle into a full-fledged parish. This was on February 16, 2025, during his pastoral visit as he continues to tour the parishes that make up the Diocese of Manfé. The once-in-a-lifetime event saw Christians and well-wishers trooping in to witness the Bishop's pastoral visit that came with a special package for them, the erection of the Divine Mercy Kwasi Parish in Kongle into a parish. In a holy mass that was presided over by the local ordinary, he dissected in his homily the meaning of a full-fledged parish, which he states is a Christian community with a specified territorial circumscription within a diocese, with the parish priest as its proper pastor. The bishop highlighted the necessary conditions needed to be met for a quasi parish to become a parish, which is a suitable place of worship and a material capability to care for its priests. The meeting of these criteria, the prelate notes, is a raison d'etre for Nkongle Parish, emphasizing the great blessing that comes with it.
We realize that the Questa Parish has fulfilled all the requirements necessary for it to be raised to the canonical status of the parish. And so it's a blessing to the people of God, the blessing to the Diocese of Mountain, that the faith in this Christian community has grown. There are too many things that have happened here for the past 10 years since they were erected as a Questa Parish. So after judging that they have attained all the conditions, fulfill all the conditions necessary for them for it being erected as a parish, we took that decision, and that is why I'm here. In my maiden pastoral visit, in the context of this pastoral visit, I've erected the Christian community as a parish.
The decree of erection, which was read by the Chancellor, Reverend Father Blaise Njikang, was received with thunderous applause from the Christians. Reverend Father Levis Fotabong was equally appointed and installed as the pioneer parish priest by the chief shepherd. Father Levis's joy could not be contained as he expressed gratitude for being part of this landmark event.
It has moved people from all corners of the parish, and we are gathered here to celebrate this great joy and to prove ourselves fit. We are going to prove ourselves that we are ripe to be a parish.
The signpost which directs everyone to the parish was unveiled and blessed by the bishop, as well as the laying of the foundation stone for the construction of the new church building. The generous contributions of the Christians at the laying of the foundation stone was a clear indication that they have embraced and shouldered the responsibility and task of developing their parish into something truly beautiful for God.
Very, very happy. See, I work in collaboration with my parish priest, the new parish priest, Father Levis Fotabong. I'm very happy. That's how we're going to come and the parish.
I assure you, see, we'll take that way on there for this serious. And we pray, God give you the grace to carry the work successfully. And also, I be proud with our parish priest. We don't assure you, we don't install it today for you.
The joyous day ended with all returning to their various destinations happy and blessed as they received apostolic blessings from their chief shepherd.
Back here in the Diocese of Aboya, plans are on the way to construct a retirement home for priests serving in the Diocese of Aboya. To this effect, the Chief Shepherd of Boya, Bishop Michael Bibi, yesterday led an inspection exercise in Bakingili, accompanied by some priests and stakeholders. Hilarion Clinton accompanied the bishop during this exercise and brought back this report.
Bishop Michael Bibi, accompanied by some priests, have inspected the land at St. Andrew Mission Station in Bakingili this February 18, 2025. The church premises of Bakingili under St. Peter and Paul Parish, Batoke, had been proposed for the construction of a retirement home for retired priests in the Diocese of Boya. Following the inspection, a brief meeting took place at the Community Council Hall in Bakingili involving the bishop, his priest, and the diocesan architect. Reverend Father Bernard Asek Tambe, he is the president of the Association of Diocesan Priests in the Diocese of Boya.
The bishop invited us to come to Bakingili to check if the land beside the sea is suitable for the retirement home for priests. And we came and we saw it. At least positively, it was good because of the sea and the breeze that comes from the sea. But there were also other challenges that we discovered. But it's still under study and consideration.
During the meeting, the priest pointed out the benefits of having a retirement resident at Bakingili. However, other areas were suggested, including St. Anthony of Padua Parish, Boya Town, and the Divine Mercy Cathedral.
There's some other second thought also came, and the proposal that we may go to Boya or Mutengene, we will have good hospitals where it is accessible to other people. So I think the bishop is still considering that. We have not made a final decision, and I think the bishop came out with a very good idea that we cannot bring all the priests, the retired priests in one place. We have other places where they can be.
With this proposed site, the diocesan architect was tasked with conducting possible studies for the construction at these areas.
First of all, had this Bakengele as our main place for us to construct the place, but we had to bring in the priests who are directly involved, and it's something that entirely concerns them. We can't make a decision without actually consulting them, also seeking their opinion. They had alternative, which they were bringing forward. We had the Maumeri, now we have a hospital there. We still have pieces of land, quite huge lands, which is still there, which can still serve that purpose. Then we also have a space at the Coal Cathedral, behind the Coal Cathedral and behind the CMA4, which we are also looking at. There was another proposal for Saint Michel Parish, which has another big parcel of land. So I still have to go at the cathedral at Maumeri. I will look at it, but a priority is being given to the priest. The home for the retirement priest is paramount to all those other facilities to come there. So I will go there. I will try to do some studies. I will look at the place. Then I will bring proposal. We shall table it to the bishop, then we will finally conclude it.
The construction of a retirement home for priests is a priority that the Chief Shepherd of Buea, His Lordship Michael Bibi, has shown keen interest in, just like other projects in the Diocese of Buea.
MTN Cameroon has signed a 3-year contract with the National Athletics Federation as a new sponsor of the Mount Cameroon Race of Hope. This was made known today in Buea during a press conference ahead of the race. Hilarion Tuka from a newsroom attended today's press conference and puts together this report.
The announcement of a 3-year marriage between the Athletics Federation and MTN Cameroon as lead sponsors of the Mount Cameroon Race of Hope was made known during this press conference held Wednesday, February 19, 2025 at Mountain Hotel. In attendance, pressmen and women drafted from different media organs and the representative from MTN Cameroon and that of the Athletics Federation. Representing MTN Cameroon, the senior brand manager says the partnership is a historic one.
It is with great honor and immense pride that we gather here today to officially announce a historic partnership between MTN Cameroon.
Commencing the partnership with the stated edition of the Mount Cameroon Race of Hope, MTN Cameroon says the marriage ties with the celebration of their 25 years of existence in Cameroon, particularly in Buea. MTN Cameroon, who replaces Orange as lead sponsors of the race for 3 years, have promised financial and logistics support as well as extensive media coverage for this period.
We do have a lot that we bring to the table, and that we often keep as a surprise for those that will be present. You all of members of the media are well aware of what MTN Cameroon is capable of. So we plan on being even more aggressive than we've ever been with our deployment this year. As of tonight, tomorrow, and even Friday, we're going to be there with our team to really execute strong animation to make sure that the participant, not to the race, but those that are coming to really enjoy the race, feel the experience that is going to be. It's not just about the runners, but it's also about the community that is coming and that wants to feel that this is something that is being done for them.
As per innovations of this race with the involvement of MTN Cameroon, the new lead sponsor are certain of a brighter future for the Mount Cameroon Race of Hope.
And also ahead of the race that comes up this weekend, Saturday, here in Buea, the divisional officer for Buea today paid a visit to some streets in Buea to ascertain their cleanliness and safety ahead of the race. Hilarion Clinton once more accompanied the senior divisional officer and brought back this report. And we are to bring to you that report in just a moment. We move out of the country where the M23 rebels have taken over Bukavu, the second largest city in the Democratic Republic of Congo, after taking Goma, the first largest city. And also Egypt and its partners are trying to see how to come together to rebuild Gaza without displacing the Palestinians, counteracting Donald Trump's decision of turning it into a touristic site. Details with Magdalene Wondo.
Hindered continually by debts and billions of dollars in unfunded priorities, African leaders have approved a fund to provide contracts granting the rights to operate subsidiary businesses to cash-strapped governments. The facility, known as the African Financial Stability Mechanism or FSM, will be managed by the African Development Bank. It will have its own credit rating and it will borrow from international money markets, the bank said in a statement. The call to create the facility was made in 2022 as the COVID-19 pandemic and the war in Ukraine drove sovereign defaults and debt crisis in developing countries. The bank said membership of the fund will be voluntary and open to any member state of the African Union. And rebels from the Congo River, including those from M23 group, faced little resistance when they marched into Bukavu in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. At the city Independence Square, they gathered telling people to stay calm and return to their homes for the moment. The rebels say they want to return to business as usual as soon as possible. The Democratic Republic of Congo army, which had reinforced this position to protect Bukavu, withdrew without putting up a fight. Residents reported looting of government offices, homes and aid agency warehouses, including one belonging to the World Food Programme. Several people are believed to have been killed. The rebels seized the airport in Kivu, about 30 kilometers away from Bukavu. Democratic Republic of Congo soldiers and the Burundian troops supporting them appear to have retreated.
Now they are controlling the two largest cities in eastern Congo. And it's a question as to whether they will be able to continue administering territory and also continuing towards Kinshasa.
The president and senior government officials have been holding emergency security meetings in Kinshasa. Now, the M23 and its allies control most of North and South Kivu provinces, including the main airport skirting off the army supply routes. They also control the Democratic Republic of Congo banks of Lake Kivu on the Rwandan border and an rich deposits. It appears the Democratic Republic of Congo's army is overpowered. While Egypt is increasing support for a counter plan to rebuilding Gaza, Cairo's plan, which has been presented to Arab countries and European diplomats, is a response to that of the US, which aims to remove Gaza's 2 million people with no right of return to pave way for reconstruction. US President Donald Trump has said Palestinians removed from Gaza will be sent to Egypt and Jordan. Palestinians have denounced the move as ethnic cleansing. Egypt's state-run newspaper said Cairo's proposal calls for the establishment of secured areas within Gaza where Palestinians can live as Egyptian and international firms rebuilding the Strip's infrastructure. Egyptian officials are also discussing ways to fund the reconstruction, including an international donor conference on Gaza. The officials and diplomats spoke on condition of anonymity because the proposal is still being negotiated.
And that foreign news wrapped off the package we have for you here for the Divine Mercy Prime this Tuesday evening in Buea. But before we part ways, a reminder of our major stories once more. Members of the Interreligious Forum for Justice and Peace Cameroon have discussed ways to further expand peace initiatives and strengthen cooperation across the nation. This was during a meeting that held today in Buea. Also, the Divine Mercy Kwasi Parish in Kongle in Manfé has been raised to a full-fledged parish by the Bishop of Manfé, Monsignor Aloysius Abangalo Fondong. This took place over the weekend, and MTN Cameroon is a new main sponsor of the Mount Cameroon Race of Hope. This was revealed today during a press conference ahead of the race that comes up this weekend here in Buea. We thank you for always keeping the rendezvous with us. Much more interesting programs are still to come your way here over the Divine Mercy Radio Television. Do have a wonderful evening in our company.